There we go. I thought something was a little wrong there, but we are locked and loaded. How you guys doing? Happy Monday, May 25th in the Big 2-6, Memorial Day Monday. How you doing? How you doing? Hopefully you guys are having a solid day. Hopefully you're having a day off. And if you're not, and you're somehow listening to the Hat and Beard Show while you're working, that's awesome. And at the very least, maybe you're getting a little bit of holiday pay while you are slaving away at your wage cage. We're going to try and make it as easy as possible for you today. It's going to be a little chill day, guys. All right? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Going to just be very upfront with you. We are walking through a field of daisies today, boys and girls. We're just chilling, talking about some NFL news, some Lions news, and then we're going to get up on out of here. I have to save the sweet sounds of my savory voice for tonight. I'll be over on Lions Talk. So make sure that you guys are locked and loaded and ready for that. How you guys doing this morning? What's up, Trippy, Raw, Rick, Kane? You guys are all hanging out. Indeed, making holiday pay. Thanks for some entertainment. Hell yeah, Kane or Trippy. I'm glad, dude. I know how it goes for some of you guys. You know what I'm saying? I know how it goes when you got to be working on the holidays. At the very least, can offset it with some dollary dues. It's a give and a take, dude. But the bank account always appreciates a couple extra bucks packed into it. But we will be discussing things, guys. And the AJ Brown trade is almost imminent. We are watching the clock, seeing what Mike Florio, stay on target, has for us. Obviously, you guys know Jack Campbell signed a contract extension. We'll briefly skim over that. Not really that breaking of news. It's exactly what we thought it was going to be. I do like this article over at DetroitLions.com. They went through and had offseason questions. Who is the breakout player? We got editors' picks. We got 20-man. We got some people's inputs. I thought it was a nice little article, especially with OTAs looming this week. Lions, I told you guys this like 2 weeks ago. I said, fellas, yeah, football's a long ways away. It feels like we are in the slog of the offseason, and nobody feels it harder than me, okay? You guys just watch. I got to find these stories to try and tell you. You know what I'm saying? Talking about OTAs, guys, then a few weeks, and then we're into training camp. It's so close. It's so close. No matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. No matter trusting who we are. Nothing else matters. And then I do like this article from Lions, the SI Christian Boer. 10 players to watch as the Lions 2026 OTAs are set to kick off later this week. So some names, some people, and I just kind of want to get your guys' feel, seeing kind of how Mad Hatter Nation's feeling, what your guys' vibe is on, with OTAs going out. Is there anything you're looking forward to? We will be taking your chats, covering these stories. Make sure that you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, ring that notification bell so you can be notified every single time we go live. For the time being, Monday through Friday, 10 to 11 a.m., right here at YouTube, Rumble, and Kick. Share this around with all of your friends. Speaking of friends, I'm going to kick it over to my friend Jacko. We are going to get into the show.
If you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well, then hell, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go out on the attack.
I love it. Gun guy in the chat says hauling ass and cutting grass, chasing a dollar bills, y'all. And with a name like Gun Guy, you know his hobbies are expensive. You got to have a couple of dollary dues to partake in your, hobbies. I know that firsthand. Final countdown to AJ Brown trade. You guys, real quick, what would we normally be seeing right here as we get closer to the almost inevitable trading of A.J. Brown, probably to the New England Patriots? Notice who's reporting on it. Mike Florio, who should be reporting on it. We would normally be seeing Diana Rossini getting all the inside scoop, while her and Mike Vrabel Do the horizontal tango, you know what they saying, because she's a whore and he's a piece of shit. June 1 is 8 days away. An A.J. Brown trade is as little as 9 days away. Yes, as of June 2nd, the Eagles can trade Brown and spread the dead money charge out over 2 years. Most believe it's just a matter of time before the trade happens, but most believe Brown will be traded to the Patriots. Watch the video attached to this post. I will not. It's entirely possible that the deal is unofficially done. Trade terms agreed to, and both teams keeping their mouths shut until Brown passes a physical, and both teams communicate the terms of the transaction to the league office.
Sophie.
Oh, I don't want to hear what you have to say. Shut up, Sophie. Nobody likes you. The Max Crosby fiasco from March was a lesson to all teams about not letting the cart get in front of the horse. Say nothing until the deal is official. Could another team swoop in with a better offer if the Patriots and Eagles have unofficially worked out a deal and if both sides honor a transaction that remains unofficial until it becomes official? It's too late for that. Oh, unofficially unofficial. I am officially unofficially declaring my official unofficialness for this officially unofficial role. Let us go. Some are still suggesting the Rams could make a run at Brown. That ship sailed in March when the Rams decided not to proceed based on the available medical information, and when the Rams allowed $24 million in the 2026 compensation for receiver Davante Adams to become fully guaranteed. So they're just all in on we're all in. We're all in on them old guys. We're all in. If the Rams had done the deal, they would have traded Adams. It's not impossible for someone else to enter the A.J. foray, especially if the Chefs are suddenly having misgivings about whether Rashee Rice can be trusted after his recent probation violation. Idiot! What a moron. For now, all signs are still pointing to Brown becoming a Patriot as soon as June 2nd. And guys, just so we are officially official on the unofficial official status of this unofficially official action, officially until Diana Rossini officially or unofficially states whether this is an unofficially official transaction, I think she's the only person that will have the unofficially official inside scoop that is officially unofficial and unofficially official all at the same time. So until Diana Rossini... It's Monday. There. We got through the league news, guys. Had to rifle through that. How you doing this morning, y'all? She's already gotten the inside scoop. You know what I'm saying, Rick? Hell yeah. Kane, you really went to work, brother? Bro, what's up, Jody? How you doing? Happy Memorial Day to you, too. Browns to Jets or Bills? No shit, Raw. You think... Yeah, both of those landing spots would be good for those teams. I would probably say that the better of those two situations for both parties would probably be the Bills. I don't think anybody wants to go to the Jets, because they smell. They have gangrene, and they stink, and nobody likes them. I used to be a Jets fan. But more importantly, I am a big old Detroit Lions fan, you guys. And my boy, Action Jack Campbell, my guy. Not only did he fulfill the claim that I made last year of him becoming that guy ascending to an all-pro position. I mean, I am saying he's the next coming of Brian Urlacher. That's a pretty big statement, but, is what it is. So far, still proven to be point evident. We had been discussing what was going to go down, how it was going to shake out, right? We knew that there was 4 big bodies that needed to be re-signed here in the Motor City this offseason, right? It was going to be Gibbs and Campbell. And then and as the season unfolded, right, the all-pro of Jack Campbell, the just unworldly talent of Jahmyr Gibbs, coupled with the injuries, the big injury to Branch, and then the back injury to Laporta. I have seen reports Laporta seems to be trending upwards. All signs are indicating a good thing. But with the injury to Branch and Laporta, those two I do think ended up becoming a secondary tier of importance. Obviously, Jack and Jameer were the two top priorities in allocating dollar dues. They're kind of foundationary pieces. The Lions opted a fifth-year option, Jameer Gibbs, whatever. We'll see how that transpires. I'm sure that Brad Holmes knows what he's doing. And so then we started to kind of focus in on action Jack Campbell. What was he going to get? Was he going to be a $100 million linebacker? Middle linebacker. Just want to make sure that I emphasize that he is a middle linebacker. And we kind of started looking at numbers, and I was hoping that we could get him for less than 22 per year. On the low end, I was hoping to get him into the 18.5 range. The Lions ended up locking up Jack Campbell. 4-year, $81 million contract extension. It includes a $51.5 million in guaranteed money and makes him the second highest paid off-ball linebacker in the NFL with an AAV of $20.25 million. Hey, that's a nice little steal. You know what I'm saying? Raw says, right on, look at Warner and add Warner to Mill. Yeah, there you go. That's fair, dude. Yeah, exactly. I read an article yesterday suggesting the Pats trade for Sammy. No shit. You think? I don't know, man. I don't think the Lions are gonna. I don't know if Laporta gets dealt, man. I think people have been trying to just like drum up the idea of Laporta getting dealt, but I just don't see it happening, man. I don't know. But Jack Campbell locking up this good, and honestly, I think it's a pretty solid deal. 4 years, $20 million a year. For one of the best linebackers in the NFL. Makes him the second highest paid off-ball linebacker. That's solid, man. Come on now. Can't be mad about that. A little 4-year banger, bang, bang. A little bang, bang. Get him locked down under contract. And I do believe, I'm not going to look into it because I really don't care that much at this point. I do believe that we are actually paying the AAV now is significantly less than what we would have paid him if we'd have hit him with the massive long-term extension shortly after the Lions opted. His pricey fifth, yeah. So I think the fifth-year option would have been like in the $22 or $24 million range or something like that. Ultimately, I am pretty sure, if memory serves, that we were going to be paying him a lot less than what could have been and what was originally projected. So I think it's a pretty solid deal. I think it's a good deal. It's a good deal. Damn fine deal. How we doing, chat? I'm gonna come over here and read this so I can read a little bit better. We drafted a linebacker and paid a better Urlacher. Hell yeah, dude. That's what I like. Yeah, for sure. Everyone wants to trade for our stars. Well, yeah, Rick, that's the thing, man. When you start becoming, kind of that squad to be finding players, producing good solid wins, contributing in various different ways, people are going to start to try and, pry you apart and take the good pieces from you and try and reverse engineer from your one piece a whole ass machine, but they don't realize that it's a whole ass machine that works. What's up, Mr. Detroit City? Appreciate it, bro. Hey, I'm gonna be on Lions Talk later, or is it Lions Live? Man, I can't remember. I'm gonna be on Micro Show later tonight, dude. So make sure you tune in for that, dude. I asked him if there's anything if I needed to prep for. He said we just let the chat run it. We just talk about whatever the chat wants to talk about. So we'll talk Lions ball, dude. Just chew some fat. You listen every day? Hell yeah, right on, dude. Right on. Well, I'll be on tonight, man. We'll be chilling, dude. We'll be chilling, kicking it. Maybe talking a little OTAs. You know what I'm saying? The Lions. Man, we are flying through it. This is 15 minutes in. I've been a moderator for over. Oh, okay, gotcha. Right on. Hell yeah, that makes sense then for sure. So you know what's coming then, dude. Right on. We are kind of moving along through today's show. I ain't even gonna lie. Want to get up on after and got things to do, and then we're just kind of want to chat and beard at the end of it, so you guys kind of know what's coming down the pike. You know what I mean? Let's talk about Lions off-season questions. Who do you guys think, huh? Chat. Question for the chat. Leave it in the comment section down below. If you're watching this post live show, please feel free to drop your comment. Who is going to be the Detroit Lion 2026 breakout player? What do you guys got? Huh? Who do you think? Chat, who do you think? Who do you think is going to be this year's breakout player? I know who I'm picking, dude. Hey, real quick, Kane, I got to admit, dude, just so you guys know, I sleuthed on Rock's foundation thing a little bit. he has put up a bunch of changes on his foundation. He's at least said a bunch of stuff, and he openly put on that they're looking for board members for his foundation. You know, are you going to shoot us a notification tonight? If not, I might miss it. I don't know how. Look, I don't know how to do the whole like someone else's show thing. He's going to send me a link, and I'm going to click it. You know what I mean? I don't know how. I don't know how to do that stuff, guys. I'm a fucking Luddite, dude. I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm an idiot. I'm a moron. I pick things up and put them down. Just listening while shopping for a good holiday RV deal. Oh, hell yeah, dude. So are we moving forward with, are you, you had kind of mentioned that you were thinking about getting like an RV and just doing some traveling. Are we moving forward with that, dude? And you like the Class A? Now, is Class A, are those the big ones? Are those the big, like, tour bus size ones? Or is that or am I thinking? I can't remember, dude. I can't remember them all. So you can go to road trip, so you can road trip games. Hell yeah, dude. That's what's up, dude. Peace, law to slaw. Oh, JMO. Yeah, raw. Yo. So it translated that comment into peace, law, and Tesla. Yeah, the flat front row. Okay, or the flat front. Hell yeah, dude. Those are the big fuckers, dude. Right on, dude. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up, dude. Make sure you get some solar on it, dude. Make sure you get some solar panels. You know, at least a couple 100 watts on top, dude. Oh, Jack, that is a sick profile, dude. Bro. Jack, that's a sick profile picture, dude. Sick. That's sick, dude. He says, ask Riley about RVs. He's a salesman for him? Well, son of a bitch. Somebody put out the Riley signal. Somebody put out the Riley signal so that Riley can come and help Mr. Detroit City. Under 35 feet. Hell yeah. I don't shop for RVs, guys. That's not in my wheelhouse of things yet. If Laporta stays healthy, probably him too. Yeah, I mean, I gotta ask. Raw. My question would be, how much more breaking out can JMO and Laporta really do? I think they're kind of established. I guess what I would mean like a breakout player is someone who hasn't like really proven to be as productive as maybe, you know, even like a JMO. You know what I'm saying? So like for me, the breakout player that I'm looking forward to this year is Tyleek Williams. I think Tyleek's poised to have a fucking monster year, dude. I think with the addition of the defensive ends, plural, that rotationary piece, hybridization of the defense, Ali McNeil having a full offseason to get healthy, get ready. Hutch playing with the tenacity that Aiden Hutchinson has, being fully healthy after a full season and offseason post-leg injury. I think Tyleek kind of is poised to have a very, very quiet, albeit very productive 6 to 8 sacks. I'm feeling. I keep seeing the 7.5 number in my head when I think Tyleek sack numbers this year. I know that seems a little high because if he's getting 7, then you expect Aleem with 10, Hutch with 26. You know what I'm saying? 26 in the big 2-6. You know what I'm saying? TA is my pick, pun intended. I see what you did there, Rick. I plan to have a breakout season myself. Brent, what's up, Brent? How you doing, man? If Breakstraw plays 3-4 games, would he qualify? If Breakstraw makes it on the field, I think that constitutes as a breakout year for Enos Breakstraw. I think he gets a boost of plus 1,000 XP just for showing up on game day. Had one great season as rookie year. JMO hasn't a season over 1,200 yards. Okay, yeah, that's okay. That's raw. That's what I wanted. I was trying to kind of understand like roughly what you like what you would constitute as a breakout. You know what I mean? So to be honest, like, you know, I guess, yeah, plus 1,200 yards would be kind of taking him to taking JMO to like that next statistical proven tier. I mean, I think JMO is what he is, and that's not taking it away from him. I think JMO is incredibly talented. I just think that maybe the Lions aren't necessarily utilizing him. Or maybe it's just the whole there isn't enough. Well, last year they just weren't throwing him the damn ball because of whistling dick potato salad there. Johnny Moe screens. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Derek? How you doing, man? Yeah. So Laporta had the 1 year and then he was hurt. Yeah, so that's fair. I think Laporta is pretty rock solid. You know what I mean? Turns 80 freaking years old today. Hell yeah, Brent. That's what's up, dude. Happy birthday to Brent's dad, dude. 80 years old. That's a big one, dude. Hell yeah, brother. Take him to the titty bar, dude. You know what I'm saying? Go have some beers and some boobies. You know? I don't know, man. I'm just fucking chilling. That's dope, though, dude. 80 years. That's awesome. This make or break year for DJ Reed. Yeah, Kane. Man, what does his contract look like? What's DJ Reed's contract look like? DJ Reed contract. 3 year. Yep, perfect, actually. Because that would be year 2 of 3, probably a relatively easy out on the 3rd year. Yeah, for sure. I'll give you that. I'll give you the DJ Reed. Yeah, that's a solid thing. I think Reed played well at times. Obviously, the injury missing a good chunk there, but he had a nice little INT. I think he had a pretty solid fumble recovery. He's playing. I just don't think he ever had a chance to really get into a really good flow. Does that make sense? Like it was up and then it was down, then he was on the field, then he was off the field. Then I don't know, man. But I think DJ Reed is not necessarily a breakout, but a prove it year. Prove that you are a viable asset for that 3rd and final year on the contract here. You know what I mean? Offensive points per game went down when Sam got injured. 100%. Also, the lack of run game production. Points per game go down by by a reduced amount of attempts with the ball because Kirby Joseph wasn't snatching, grabbing it. The hamstring really strung him up, though. Would you say he was hamstrung? Yo, Trippy, 1,500 all-purpose yards for Kennedy, huh? Dude, did you guys see Kennedy in the workouts already, dude? Fucker's he looks good, man. He looks good. He looks fit, dude. Looked good before the injury, but got awful after. Yeah, Brent, and I was wondering that when I was saying it, I was wondering if that had something to do with a head game. You know what I mean? It was like a mind game issue. If you want to know a cool little video, Flemlo has a cool video about Jair Alexander that he just put out last week. It's pretty solid, kind of talking about how mind games can disrupt a player's career. Injured the O-line. Play went to shitter. Yeah, it did, dude. Go Mormon Oaks, dude, and then he never was quite ready to bounce back, right? So over here, who do they got? Who are the Lions? Datcom predicting Tim 20-man. Oh my goodness gracious me! Me and Tim 20-man are on the same page. Detroit's first-round pick last year played in all 17 games, but is expected to have a much bigger role in the middle of Detroit's defense line, alongside Lee McNeil in his second season. Williams, Tyreek the Freak, had 18 tackles, 2 TFLs, and a sack, playing in 40% of the defensive snaps. If that snap total bumps up to 60 to 70% range, the production will no doubt tick up too. Players typically take a big leap in production from year 1 to year 2, and the Lions are certainly hoping that's the case with Williams in 2026. I just want to say what really stuck out to me with Tyreek Williams is I do think he was a little bit more athletic than what I thought he was going to be. Yeah, I'm just being honest. I thought he moved a little bit more fluid, with a little bit more shake and shimmy than I kind of thought he was capable of. Just being honest. I didn't think he was going to be that fluid in his movements. I also noticed that Tyreek Williams really, really good at getting his hands up in the lane. Loves to get his hands up in the passing lane. Loves to bat down balls, dude. I think he's a very, not only is he more athletic than I thought we were kind of getting when he came out of college, I think he's a lot more of a cerebral player than he led on to be. I think we got a really solid player with Tyreek. I've been saying it for the last year now. I personally feel that Tyreek Williams outperformed where the Lions were able to get him in the draft 2 years ago. But that's just my pick. You guys, how do you feel about Tyreek Williams? Are we encouraged about Tyreek? You guys encouraged about Tyreek? Tyreek somewhere at OSU when he had a bunch of sacks before they made him fat. Yeah, see, dude, there you go, dude. See, he had a little bit more shake and shimmy. And I didn't go that far back into his college tape. So that makes sense then, dude, because the highlights that we were getting when he was drafted, I was like, okay, he's a little bit bigger. I thought he was a little bit stiffer. But then when I'm watching him play for the Lions, I'm like, this dude's got a little bit more fluid. Like I said, a little bit more shake and shimmy to him. You know what I'm saying? What the hell's going on, Rumble? Am I losing Rumble? Looks like we're losing Rumble, or just Rumble's running ads. For some reason, guys, Rumble has been cutting my my VODs like hella short, like wicked short, dude. You know what I'm saying? Playing next to a fully healthy Aleem will be huge. Tyreek coming out of a more polished version of McNeil when he came out. Look how McNeil developed. Our defense is built around our DTs. I agree with you, Raw. I will say I am a little disappointed that we weren't able to retain the services of Roy Lopez. I thought that he would have been a just perfect rotationary piece between Tyreek and Aleem. There is one player that I do think we're kind of sleeping on who, when is on the field, statistically is highly productive. The problem is that he has had a history of injuries, and that is Levi Onwuzurike, right? Now, Levi Onwuzurike could be an X factor that we're really just forgetting about, you know what I mean? And impossible. Abigail DeYoung says wide receiver Isaac Tisla is poised to have a breakout year. Touchdowns alone, pretty waz and pizzazz last year. Need to get them receiving numbers up, you know what I mean? More catches, but whose production is he going to take away from? You know, we kind of were thinking maybe last year when Laporta went down, Tisla could maybe kind of climb up a little bit. I think we've seen more of those targets going, more of that production going Leafs way. You know what I'm saying? Tisla had a standout rookie campaign, and is expected to take a big leap in the Big 2-6 as the number 3 wide receiver behind ASB and JMO. He played in 17 games last season, catching 16 passes for 239 yards and 6 touchdowns. Tisla said this offseason he's working on his quickness and separation, which will only improve his game to go along with his frame and hands. Similar to Williams, the Lions are hoping for more production in his second year as he builds more trust with quarterback JG16 for MVP Jared Goff and gains more reps. Let's go to Tisla. I would I'd love to keep the 6 touchdowns as a floor, right? But if we could get double this up, 32 for 500, 40 for 650 and 6 touchdowns, let's go, dude. Dude, if Laporta's hitting 600, or I'm sorry, if Tisla's hitting 600 yards receiving and 6 tuggery-duggery doos as the number 3 wide receiver, not even the 3rd receiving option, but the number 3 wide receiver on the team, everybody stays healthy. It is, the easiest. We are, with Jared Goff it's such an easy road to 5,050 in the Big 2-6 that JG16 could probably backpedal his way there, dude. You know what I'm saying? Yo, let's go. Hey, look at Rock Yassin. You guys want to watch some offseason highlights? Let's finish this article up. Editors pick tight end Sam Laporta. There you go. Raw. Hey-o, Raw. You could argue Laporta broke out his rookie season with 86 catches for 889 yards and 10 tuggery-duggery doos, and I would accept that argument. So maybe what I'm projecting is more of a return to form for the 4th-year tight end. After an injury-shortened 25 season, Laporta feels poised for a big year. He has built a great rapport with JG16 for MVP Jared Goff. New OC Lil Spud Drew Petzing has proven a track record of success with the tight end position, and there will be some vacated targets with wide receiver Khalif Raymond leaving in free agency to go play with Ben Johnson, Gross, and Giggle Willie. So, guys, I think we were all kind of in the same wheelhouse. Raw, I think you had 2 of these guys. Actually, I think you said Laporta I think I maybe didn't say both of them, but I did see at least 2 of these names that you guys listed on in the chat. So let's check this highlight reel, guys. Let's walk through Mad Hatter Nation before we watch the offseason workout real quick. You're still a Levi fan? Yeah, Brent, I'm leaning into believing in Levi. I want Levi to have a healthy season. I want Levi to be healthy, to be strong, to be productive. You know what I'm saying? ASB may see a decline in targets. You know what? He might, dude. And that's fine, because all that means is he's healthier longer through the postseason. You know what I mean? If we can see Jared Goff's production maintain or get higher while the production is distributed out slightly more amongst different players, all that does is bode well for the longevity of our players moving throughout the season. You know what I'm saying? Was forcing into favoring McBride. Arizona wide receivers didn't get a lot of separation. Nope, they sure didn't, dude. The Arizona receivers were not that great. Not that great at all, if we're being honest. And McBride, though, is pretty talented. Like McBride isn't just a scrub. You know, he is an asset to at least be someone to forcing the ball to. But you would like to have seen somehow, you know, Marvin Harrison Jr. production somewhere around there. But yeah, kind of forcing it down McBride's throat there. He didn't have a QB either. That's true. Hey, that's true, Jack. That's true. Jacoby Brisket was Jacoby Brisket was the guy for the majority of the season. Nothing wrong with Jacoby Brisket. I think he's better than the Keebler Fudge Elf. You know what I mean? I like to send X posts to guys like Levi and Ahmed, pump them up. Guys come off injuries and let them know fans are behind them. Well, dude, I told you what I want to do with Ahmed, dude. I want to start a change.org to get him to convert to fullback. Is this going to play? Whoopsie poopsie. Yeah, putting in work, fellas. Putting in work, fellas. You're getting it. Putting in work, fellas. Let's go. Getting strong in the offseason. Getting strong. Yeah, fellas. Putting in work, fellas. Yeah. Get it, son. Get it. Put in some work. Yeah. Yeah. Getting fast. Getting strong. Getting strong. Getting fast. Getting fast. Getting strong. Oh. Practice like you play, fellas. You practice like you play. Perfect reps. Bam! Perfect reps. Bam! Let's go, fellas. Let's go. Let's go. Ho ho! Ho 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 ho! Oh, I'm getting hype. Fucking hype for the season. Oh, fucking yeah. Let's fucking go, guys. Oh, yeah, dude. I'm so hyped for football, guys. I am so fucking hyped for football, guys. Let's fucking go. Oh, I'm so fucking hyped, dude. I think Levi Wingo will be battling for the last spot. A healthy Levi has the advantage. Rick, 100%. I think Wingo has faltered. I don't think Trey is what we needed him to be, and I don't know if he's going to be able to outperform everyone who's ahead of him. You know, when you look at the Levis, when you look at the Wanhams and the Moores and the Turners, you know, the defensive end room gets real crowded real fast, and it's kind of what he was brought in to do. So okay, then you're gonna shift him to the defensive tackle. Well, he's kind of undersized, and you got some pretty talented hog volleys in front of you. You know what I'm saying, dude? So I'm not holding my breath on Wingo, if I'm being honest. And that's nothing against him. I liked the numbers that he projected coming out of LSU. I thought he was a potential sneaky little steal there for Brad Holmes. Never really panned out to be. And I think we've learned our lesson with Wingo and Broderick Martin. You know what you get, and after you realize it, either shit or get. You know what I'm saying, dude? Fullback, he knows ball. He got ball now, but he gets 20 plus sacks in 2 years in college. Yeah, dude. Why not a 6'3", 270-pound line fullback? Why not? Brandon Jacobs was like 260 pounds and played running back. Why not? Why not, dude? I ain't asking him to carry the ball. I'm asking him to just go out there and crush skulls, dude. Just go be a hammer. Go be the hammer. Go be the hammer. Go hammer him. Go smash. Ahmed, smash. Easy option off the snap. Look at how the defense is fading. The defense is spread thin. Laporta, ASB, Log, Gibbs. If the defense fades, JMO take the deep shot to Slaw. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, you're right, dude. We have, when you look at the wide receiving options across the wide receiver room, the tight ends, and if you even want to sprinkle in the running back options, is if you layer the assault, yeah, if you want to have a couple deep, short, and mid options right there, all it is Jared Goff reading and reacting, and Jared Goff has proven that he can dissect a defense, dude. The offensive line is going to be able to give him that time, dude. All things are tilting upwards. I loved Wingo's athleticism, character coming out of LSU, but he hasn't shown much yet. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying, Brent, is I was kind of rooting for him because it's like, yeah, dude, like you could see that this dude had a big old motor packed into a Toyota Camry. You know what I mean? And it's just like, oh, come on, fella. You know, come on, fella. I know you can do it. But it you know, there is a huge difference between being the 5% and the 1% of athletes, you know, in the NFL. There's a huge discrepancy between those two tiers. And it is very evident when you get into the upper levels here. But I liked his character coming out of LSU. I'm with you on that, Brent. I did like him. I had Wingo to us a few mocks that year. Hell yeah, dude, that's what's up. Raw, I do want to touch on one thing. I have to give a little bit of mind meld, I guess I would say, with you. The more I've been watching Kendrick Law, as long as Law doesn't try and do what he's not and just leans into what he does well, I think he's going to be a very productive, sneaky player for the Detroit Lions. I think he's going to be a very productive asset for the Lions to have, both in the return game and on offense. I think he's going to be able to, by the end of the season, if Law can hit the ceiling that I have projected to him, you could see Kendrick Law out there being a very dynamic gadget player that the defense has to account for when he's being brought in motion. And you guys know Jared Goff loves to run motion because it lets him read the defense. You know what I'm saying? I do think that Law is a very talented wide receiver who has a lot of ceiling that he could hit, especially here in Detroit. You know what I mean? That being said, do I think he's going to get it right off the rip? No, I don't want to put that expectation on him. I think he could do this. I also think he's in a situation where he doesn't have to do that. There are so many talented options in front of him that the pressure isn't on him to have to. If he ascends to that without pressure, great. If it takes a year, no harm, no foul. You know what I mean? But I do think he has a very interesting situation in Detroit where he can exploit the attention that Jamo and Laporta and St. Brown and Gibbs are all getting. He can come in and be a very interesting dynamic gadget player for the Lions that can continue to add, after a rookie season, stack more, and then we're getting better, we're getting bigger, we're getting better. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. Our later round picks will definitely play better than our early round picks. I see Law as a Debo. Yeah, I see him as a Debo player type as well because, yes, exactly, to Brent's point, because he's got that David Boston strength, that's 465 max bench press. Yep, 100%. I will say to an extent that, yes, I see where you're coming with our later round picks could be better than our early round picks. However, I do think Balake Miller is fucking sweet, dude. I do think that Miller is going to be a very productive player for the Lions. But to that point, I do like Derek Moore. But the farther we get down, who have I talked about more? I've talked about two guys in the later rounds of the draft, post-draft, than I have the top two picks of our draft right now, because we all know how I feel about Blake Miller, right? We all know how I feel about Blake Miller. Woo! Who called that pick, right? Derek Moore, I like it, but I didn't do my research on him leading into the draft, right? We had no fourth-round pick. We had no third-round pick. I have talked more about Keith Abney and Kendrick Law than I have the other top two picks in this draft, post-draft. Does that make sense? I'm very high on Keith Abney. I really am. I think he's going to be a sneaky player. And the more that I watch about Law, the more I see about him, the more I read about him, the more I'm just like, damn. Dominic who? TK80 what? Khalif, huh? There's a new sheriff in town. He's here to lay down the law. Oh, my God. I'm just going to start calling him the sheriff. Oh, my God. We're just going to start calling him the sheriff, dude. Abney and Law are best picks. Hey, dude, I see that you're on the same board. You know what I mean? I like the Abney pick. I like the sheriff, We have not heard Keegan-Michael Key say Balake. Well, Brent, that's because Keegan-Michael Key's wife won't let him do that. I don't know if you've seen any of the... If you want to find an interesting story, look up... Lock and Banana, and you'll hear a very interesting story about Keegan-Michael Key. Or I'm sorry, someone who could potentially be Keegan-Michael Key. Yeah, check out Lock and Banana. But yeah, dude, I like the Abney, and I like what's his name? The sheriff. I like the sheriff. Yeah, Derek or Mr. Detroit City. I don't know why I was thinking Derek Moore for some reason. Because I haven't done enough research on him. I want to be high on Derek Moore, but I haven't done enough research on him. Keegan-Michael Key is exactly that. Yeah, he is. It's bad. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. It's not a good situation, dude. Make sure you guys hit the like button. We're going to just quickly buzz through this, and then I got to let you guys know some news here about the Hat and Beard show, the Futures news. 10 names. Blake Miller. Well, we don't need to talk about Blake Miller. We know what's going on there. We'll focus on that all offseason. Malcolm Rodriguez will be an interesting play to watch at OTAs. I think what we need to be watching with Malcolm Rodriguez isn't necessarily him battling an individual for a spot per se, but how much of that position is deployed on our defense regularly. Because I am very confident the Lions will be transitioning to a hybrid defense. Penei Sewell, well, we know, potentially moving to the left side. We know what's going on with Penei Sewell. Ahmed Hassanin, here we go. Hassanin is beginning a critical second season and could use a strong start to the offseason workout program. He generated some optimism with his performance in training camp, but suffered an injury in the preseason finale that led him to being waived with an injury designation. Though he would eventually return to the Lions later in the season, he was unable to get into the action as he never got back on the active roster. The team made several additions at this position, and now he finds himself in a battle for a roster spot in the Big 2-6. Unfortunate. Cade Mays, another name to watch here. The Lions overhauled their offensive line and heading into free agency. Signing was Mays. He inked a 3-year deal, which indicates that the team hopes he can be the long-term answer at center following Frank Ragnow's retirement. We leaned on Glass Cow at the position last year, but the veteran struggled with injuries and was ultimately released. Now Mays will have his first chance to showcase his ability playing the pivot in Detroit's offense. As mentioned earlier, the Lions' offensive line has a new look. Mays will be at the center of it, and his performance will go a long way towards reviving the team's consistency in the run game. Yes, sheer domination. Roger McCreary. I think we're all like, hey, you're just going to come in and play the slot, right? You're going to come in and play that slot corner spot. Well, we brought in some competition. Although at the time, I did like the Roger McCreary signing. I am a bigger Rock Ya-Sin fan, okay? Just being very open with you guys. I like what Rock did for us last year. I like Rock Ya-Sin. Sorry, I like Rock Ya-Sin, okay? I am quietly rooting, and I might be alone here, guys, and that's fine. You know what? If I'm alone in this, I don't care. I am quietly rooting for Rakestraw to have a bounce back and lock it down. I am rooting for Rakestraw. I really am. Why not? He's had everything go tits up the first 2 years. Why not, dude? I would love it if Enos the Penis Breakstraw could come in here and just silence all the doubters. Come in here and have an all-pro season. 8 interceptions. 3 pick sixes. You know what I'm saying? I would love that to have happen. So, in Roger McCreary's case, I wish him all the best, but I will be rooting for Rakestraw to bounce back. I am rooting for Enos Rakestraw. I want him to be successful. I really do. I liked it at the time. I liked the pick because at the time the projection were the Lions were going to have to take him in the first round. We got TA, and I was over the moon that we were able to double dip at a position. I was like, let's go, right? Hasn't really worked out so far, but it doesn't mean that it can't. It doesn't mean that this can't be the year for you to turn it around. So Enos Rakestraw, just so you know, there is one, well, technically I'm the loudest voice in Mad Hatter Nation because I'm the one with the microphone. There is at least one voice in Mad Hatter Nation that is rooting for you, brother. I want you to be successful. I want you to have a healthy season. I want you to produce in this year. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Rock had a great year for us. Careful hat creators be spying might steal your coin phrases. The sheriff. Well, dude, at least we got the video evidence that I said it here first, dude. And I'm going to be very blunt with you, Raw. For whatever reason, dude, I kind of have always been on, like, the forefront cutting edge of things. Like, I've just kind of been ahead of things most times. So it wouldn't be the first time that something I said ended up being used by other people, to which I get very little, if any, credit. You know what I mean? Last year was the best I ever seen Rock Ya-Sin play. Exactly, dude, exactly. That's why I liked it. Strong won't make the 53. Hell yeah. Rock over TA, Mr. Detroit City. See, you guys like, okay, so I'm not alone for liking Rock Ya-Sin. Right on. I'm glad you guys like it too. But hey, you know what? I like that, dude. Jack, right on. Straw won't make the 53-man roster. That's totally viable, dude. And that's honestly, you're probably not wrong. Look at the additions we made in free agency. Look at Abney, the draft pick, right? Things are kind of leaning towards, it's not that Detroit gave up on you. It's just that we've already invested 2 years. You haven't been able to produce. Availability is the best ability. I have to start looking towards the future. Unless you can prove it this year, dude, there's nothing. I'm not willing to continue to drag this out. Tick tock, tick tock. That timeline is condensed. It's no longer 3-5 years. It's what can you do for me right now? Right now. You know what I'm saying? Straw was an underdog in college, became a second-round pick. He's an underdog in the pros. Don't count him out. Exactly, Rod. And I love that underdog story. Paper Straw Penis is really good. He just has to stay out of the rain. Luckily, we play indoors. Pay their worth. You don't have to worry about them doing dumb stuff because they're solid humans. He's a simple guy. Show up, clock in, and clock out. Exactly. Melts like a green witch when he gets wet. That's, but again, 8 home games indoors, right? Plus the road game in Minnesota, so that's 9. Plays the majority of the games indoors, dude. You know what I mean? He should be protected. He should be protected. All right, let's finish this up here. Isaiah Pacheco. Which one of you guys said that Isaiah Pacheco runs like he's mad at the ground? One of you guys said that. Was that Mr. Figs that said that? Was that Mr. Fig that said Isaiah Pacheco runs like he's mad at the ground? If that ain't accurate as shit, and some of the clips, guys, you know what I think of when first of all, I've said it before. Isaiah Pacheco reminds me of Marion the Barbarian, right? Marion Barber III. He also, like, Isaiah Pacheco is Jahmyr Gibbs if they just fucking pissed him off, dude. He's just mad Jahmyr Gibbs. He's angry Gibbs, dude. It's like Hulk and Red Hulk. You know what I mean? He's angry Gibbs. He's mad Jahmyr Gibbs, dude, because he's fast as shit and kind of shifty, but he runs so pissed off, dude, that, like, especially with the long hair, you know what I mean? And they have similar-ish builds. It's like watching angry Jahmyr Gibbs run, dude. It's awesome. I love it. Peyton Turner, one of them quiet signings, one of the quieter signings of the offseason. Detroit's decision to bring in Turner, but there's a lot of intrigue within that move. A former first-round pick in 21, Turner has struggled to stay healthy throughout his career. He missed all of 25 seasons with an injury and has appeared in a total of 31 games since being drafted. With 5 career sacks, there's ability there, but he simply hasn't been on the field consistently enough to make it good on his potential. There's going to be a competition for spots opposite Hutch, and Turner could factor into that. OTAs will offer a first look at whether Turner is able to get an opportunity or if he'll have to battle for a roster spot in training camp. Isaac Tesla, we've already talked about him. Tyleek Williams, we've already talked about him. Looks like we are all on the same page with this, that, and the other thing, guys. Well, we made it through all of the articles. Now it's time to get a little chat and beard with you guys. Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? The last 10 minutes, you'd almost think I fucking timed that out perfectly. Can I get some dancing bananas in the chat? You guys, can you see that? You time it? Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Would you look at this? Oh my gosh, we pulled it off. We pulled it off, guys. We pulled it off. Oh my god. Dude, yes, brother. I was plugging it. I don't know. They asked me if I was gonna have a link to share. I don't know how to share the link. I don't know if you want me to say Lions Talk or I'm sorry, dude. My bad. But yep, dude, I'm very hype actually. I'm super hyped, dude. And, like, whatever you want to talk about, man, I'm super hyped to talk about just Lions ball, dude. Like, whatever, man. You want to talk about anything, bro. I'm excited for it, dude. I think there's plenty of stuff, and you're timing it about perfectly, dude, because OTAs are about to kick off, dude. So we have plenty of, like projections to discuss. I was watching your take on the depth chart the other day. And there's some things that I agree with you on. There's some positions that I kind of wanted to push on a little bit more. This is getting kind of out in the weeds, but I think that some, not necessarily you, but some people are really viewing the interior offensive line positions from a very X, Y, and Z mentality. Juice Scruggs, I think, is going to fit that jackknife position. That I think Juice Scruggs is going to be the Graham Glasgow replacement, not what he did last year, but what he was originally, in that he was the 1A replacement for the 3 interior offensive line spots. So I'm just hype about talking about depth charts, dude. And I don't see a road where there is a negative outcome to the right tackle position battle. Either Borum just crushes it and Blake just gets to season, or Blake just comes in and is way better than we thought he was. I think we are poised, guys. I think we are absolutely poised. Seen Pacheco in practice video, and dude has some fast feet. He looks very... Yes, Jack. I think we are seeing the same highlight video, dude, because he is... Brother. If Isaiah Pacheco didn't play running back in the NFL, he would be probably a better offensive lineman than Penei Sewell by how fast he... Guys, Coach Rarick, he's dead now. He used to tell us, your faces are on, your thumbs are up, your fingers are out, your butts are down. And when you're moving your man in 5 yards, I want you to take 1 million steps, which I want your feet 1 million times up and down. I want 1 million steps in those 5 yards, dude. And when I watch Isaiah Pacheco just get them feet chopping, brother. Oh, it's such old school ball, bro. It is hard nosed. Oh, dude, I like what I see out of Isaiah Pacheco, dude. Just runs hard into blockers' backs. Make him a hole and he'll fly through. Brent, and that's why he's coming to Detroit, where we can open up a big old hole for him, dude. All right, guys, so just so you guys know, we need to discuss something. As y'all know, I didn't have a show on Friday because I had an interview, and things went really, really well. A lot better than I thought that they would go. And I've accepted a job. So I gotta tomorrow go give notice to my current employer. So things are going to shift here, right? I will no longer be doing a morning show. So it all depends on, because I'm getting into contract stuff. The date that they want me to start might be a little bit difficult for me to cash out according to my CBA. So I might have to wait yet another week before I can start. But whatever week I do start, just there will be shows, and that'll be the week that we transition to. Just don't put a lot of expectations on me, fellas, because it's going to be a big change. Looking at now June and July, I am on the back end of the Hat and Beard Show. Personally, obviously, I'm undergoing a massive career change, right? I'm going from my stupid job to I am now the senior electrical technician for a $1 million energy startup company. Okay, that's all I can really say, because there are very unique situations with this company to where I can't discuss certain things. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. It's been a long time. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. That's very nice of you guys to say. So it is more of just a Monday through Friday days, 7 to 4 or 7:30 to 4, right? But I got an hour commute both ways. So what I want to do, and I don't know the other Lions content creators' schedules, okay? I'm sorry. And one of the things that I very much liked about doing the morning show specifically is I didn't feel like I was stepping on too many toes, right? Like I kind of felt that this time was a very unique window to kind of exploit. There didn't seem to be too many shows in this time block. And I kind of was able to cater to all you guys that are available during this time, right? Well, that's not going to be possible because I'm going to be at work doing really, really fucking cool shit, man. Like, it's really fucking cool shit, dude. It is so fucking cool what we do. So I'm looking at probably doing from 7 to 8 at night. That's probably the time frame we're going to shift to. That's going to give me enough time to get home from work if I have to stay a little bit late, shower, shave, do all that stuff, and still get the show up for you. So I don't like whomever's time block I'm competing with. I'm sorry. Like, I don't mean to. It's just how it has to have happen, right? And if some of you guys are like, hey, I'm doing X, Y, and Z then, I understand. I get it. We've been like, what, a year, 2 years, a year, at least a year of the morning show, right? And it's just kind of, I mean, kind of what we're all used to, right? But I can't do that anymore, right? So I have to shift gears a little bit, and we're gonna make the best of it. So for the next few weeks, we'll still be here at this time, but know that we will be shifting. And in that same vein, I will also be shifting the thumbnail to look differently, so you guys will be very aware, both visually and upload time or live streaming time, that the shift has occurred. But I'll be making sure to kind of drive that home with you guys, that you understand. And again, to my fellow Lions content creators in that time block, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to, compete with you guys or step on toes. It just is what it is, man. And I can't keep doing what I'm doing. It's fucking killing me physically and mentally. This is a very, very unique series of events that have occurred, in that there are so many things pointing that I cannot ignore it. And I don't think an opportunity like this will ever come along. Not only did my resume, my skill set, as I said, it was like a unicorn meeting a unicorn, but I also had these I got a pretty cushy union job, right? I was like, okay, well, X, Y, and Z have to be met, and I get there, and the shop is as clean as, it is so fucking clean and cool. It is like, how's this, man? It is the same vibes as, y'all remember that old show American Chopper, that fab shop that they had, dude? It is the same vibes as like a fab shop, but in some really cool technology, right? Like some really cool fucking technology shit. And we're a small startup company, dude. Everybody's cool, man. And we just make cool shit, dude. So I'm very, very excited about it. You know what I mean? Tuesday, Wednesday. I will see live music from 7 to 10. Bummer. Right out. My bad, dude. Congratulations. You wanted out of your old situation. This something new. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, dude. It's scary and exciting. But I was very, very, very transparent with them with where I am right now, reactivating that muscle. I also have okay, guys, so just so you're aware, I suffer from Dunning-Kruger really fucking badly. Like, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm a fucking moron, guys. I am arguably one of the dumbest people on planet Earth. So if I can fucking figure it out, anybody can fucking figure it out, right? So I have this bad habit of like when I went in for the interview, right? They gave me a skills assessment, right? And I'm like trying to remember my fucking power triangle and like getting so far down the road, and they're like, "Okay, show me how to do this." And I like pick it all up and I fucking look at it, and they're like, well, there's the booklet, and I look at the booklet and I pick it up and I set it down, and all it is an active a smart transformer, right? And I put all the components back down, and I looked at him and I go, "What exactly do you want me to do here?" And he goes, "I want you to show me how you would wire it up." And I go, "You just want me to show you where I would terminate this?" And he goes, "Yeah, show me where you would terminate it." And I went, "You want me to show you where I would put this positive and this negative on the positive and negative terminals and put the ground right here?" And he goes, "Yeah, that's what I want. I need to see that you know how to do that." And I was like, "Okay." And I was like, "Next." He was like, "Okay, show me how to wire up an outlet." And I was like, "Just to be clear, you want me to show you how I would wire up a 120 volt outlet?" And he's like, "Mm-hmm." It's like, "Okay." And then I'm like, wait a minute. What exactly do you guys want me to fucking do here? And they're like, "So what we want you to do is to just wire up what we do." I'm like, "Oh, cool, man. You just want me to do fucking electrical construction inside our cool little device here, man?" And they're like, yup. And I'm like, in our production, and they're like, it's custom order for every client, dude. I'm like, oh, it ain't even like stamping fucking production. It's custom, it's fabricated. And they're like, yeah, dude. And our goal is to make like 2 a week, man. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? Let's fucking go, dude. I'm so hyped, dude. I am so hyped, dude. I am so hype about it, bro. I am so hype about it, dude. But it's scary and exciting because I've been at this other job for half a decade. You know, I am very protected with, as much as I despise it, the union. And I had spent a lot of my life desperately wanting a union job because I was a young hothead, right? And I needed that layer of protection. I think I've matured enough now. And the reality is, man, unions are fucking gay, dude. Unions are so fucking lame, dude. They don't do a damn thing, bro. They are so reactive. Like, they are not proactive. They are reactive in everything that they do. And I don't like that. Why go through a problem when you could completely avoid it in the fucking first place, dude? Like, that just pisses me off, man. I do not agree with it at all. But, you know, there is a certain amount of, you know, cushiness that I'm very comfortable with that, you know, I'll be giving up on, right? Oh, who cares what other YouTuber has going on? Do screw fitting in there. I appreciate that, Mr. Trade City. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, dude, Jack, I wanted out of that situation real fucking bad, dude. I thank you guys. I think keeping bringing who cares. That's what I'm trying to, you know. I just, you know, trying to build some relationships with people, and I don't want to, you know, compete too hard. Don't forget to give us a heads up on the stock tips for this up and coming company. Oh, don't worry, dude. I will. How's this? I can give you one word. I can give you one word on what we do. Let me read through these comments. Don't be sorry. Screw it. Step those twinkle toes. Building homes here. Can't wire. Jack, dude, literally, man. So the reason that this position opened up was the last guy before me, he for real couldn't terminate the fucking MC4 cable properly, and they were going out on demos, and the connectors were just popping right off. And the fucking service manager, he's like, dude, I picked it up and I look at it and I can see that the fucking the wires inside of the cable haven't even been bent or dimpled at all. He didn't crimp it down or nothing. And I'm like, he's not even fucking terminating. He's like, no, they're not. Like, these people, the craftsmanship. It's just craftsmanship, bro. It's just craftsmanship, bro. What's up, arch nemesis Motown Mitch? How you doing, man? How you doing, bro? I've done that without turning the power off. People can't build homes these days. I know, yeah, you can confirm. Yeah, Mr. Detroit City. You know first fucking hand about the craftsmanships, dude. All right, guys. So unions are too political now instead of what they're supposed to be focused on. Yep, Jack, and that is actually the exact verbiage that I used in my interview was I thought that I could make a change. I really did. I thought that I could do the right thing and make a change and be, you know, fucking Mr. America pro-union guy, and we're all here to do the right thing and blah, blah, blah. And all I ran into was a wall of bureaucracy, dude. Just bureaucratic bullshit. Just fucking red lines and tape, dude. Regulation is gay. Bureaucracy is gay. Just fucking do the work, man. It ain't fucking hard. How many homes I went to that would knock out their internet every time they used a microwave? No shit, bro. That's fucking wild. All right, guys. So if you want to know what I build, I am in the energy sector. Specifically, I'm not going to show you the website. That'd be too much. I work on I work in the nanogrid industry now. Which is fucking cool, man. I sound like Martin Luther. Well, dude, look, man, I thought that I could change the union, dude, or not change the union. I thought that I could like do it right, you know, and it's so corrupt. It's so dirty. It's so backwards, dude. They don't give a fuck about you. They just give a fuck about getting your dues, man. They don't give a shit, bro. Hoping the regime cuts a bunch of regulations in Michigan. Me too, dude. Me too. Regulation is whack, dude. Regulation is whack. So, yep, that's what we're getting into, guys. The nanogrid industry for this cool fucking startup company. And we have proprietary hardware that does some pretty cool shit. we have some pretty cool hardware that the type of energy that we're working on is the type of energy that when that information goes public, the people who invent it shoot themselves in the back of the head twice, and somehow all of their paperwork gets disappeared. That's the type of industry I'm getting into now, actually. Cool stuff. Yep. Very excited. Appreciate all the kind words, guys. Have yourself a banger of a Memorial Day. Make sure that you head on over to Lions Talk tonight, 7 a.m., 7 p.m. Man, I will be over there hanging out with Mike and the gang, dude. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna be talking Lions ball, dude. I am so unbelievably hype about football, you guys. I'm like super hype about football. Not only am I hype about football, dude, I'm just like getting crazy patriotic right now, guys. You know what I did yesterday? And I loved it. I didn't realize this. Yeah, I watched a good chunk of the Coca-Cola 600. Apparently, I'm a big race fan. Apparently, I like stock car racing. Apparently, I'm a big race fan because I was just like, yeah, I like this. In fact, at one point, I was just staring at it, and it like cut to commercial. And I looked at Hat and Boobs, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, babe." And she goes, "Oh yeah, no, you were completely gone. You were just in a trance over there. You were just gone, dude." So, yeah, dude, and, do that. Enjoyed that. That was fun. But man, I can't wait to get football back in the veins, boys. Appreciate it, Kane. You guys have a good rest of your day. Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. We will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. We got what? Roughly 9 more shows. 9 more 10 a.m. shows before we make the big switchery dickery do. Don't worry, I'll be here. It'll just be me and you. So we're going to be this evening, Mr. Hep. Yeah, dude, you're going to be over at Lions Talk, dude. Come on in, stop over, say what's up, dude. Hopefully we can not piss off too many people with our incredibly based takes. But I'm going to be honest, guys. Lions Talk, he's based as fuck too, man. I don't know if the internet, specifically the NFL content creation sphere, is ready for this just like magnitude of basery, dude. It's just gonna be too based. We might as well just call it the too based podcast, dude, because it's gonna be far too based for everybody, dude. It's gonna be. I might even wear my American flag shirt, dude. I just might be so based that I just wear my American flag shirt while we're in it, dude. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. Catch you guys there. Have a good rest of your day. Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. I've been Hat and Beard. You've been attentive audience. Until next time. Bonga bonga. Frig off.